This is the men's room.
Forget it, man, and get with the countdown. Shake this square world and blast off for Kicksville. The trippers, the grasshoppers, the hip ones, all gathered in secrecy and flying high as a kite.
You're listening to the men's room with Miles and Thrill.
Our question, what was your concern about what was going on downstairs? 844-999-OLA.
And, where'd it go? Here's one from the comments. It says, hey, guys, I can't call in right now, but way back in high school, my girlfriend at the time was performing karaoke on me. Now, I'm uncircumcised, dude, and she had a kung fu grip on me and was being really aggressive for some reason. Well, she pulled down so hard, she snapped my frenulum. That's basically what connects the foreskin to your actual penis.
Oh.
Blood everywhere. Looked like someone smashed her in the mouth with a pipe. Funnily enough, it didn't hurt that bad. Just an audible pop, like busting the skin on a really good bratwurst. Didn't go to the hospital. Stung really bad while peeing for weeks. Healed up fine. That from Darkroom Dave.
Don't tell a story like that in reference to bratwurst. I like bratwurst.
That's why I had to read it. My God,
good snap.
just like a good. Every time you hear that snap, that's what it sounded like.
What was your concern about what was going on downstairs? 844-999-OLA.
Yeah, maybe insert a pickle.
Right,
A snap of a pickle.
Right, not a bratwurst. Hello, Jeremy. Welcome to the men's room.
Hola.
Hola.
All right, so this story is actually about my baby brother. So picture this, if you will. You remember, like, back in the day, the toilet seats, you know, the soft, like, styrofoam kind of ones, and soft on your butt.
Yeah, I remember those,
So
kind of air
it had
cushioning.
Right, yeah. So it had, like, a little sharp edge. And he's a shorter guy. He was, like, 5 or 6. So he used to rest his junk on the edge of the toilet seat and hold the lid up. Lo and behold, it slipped out of his hands, fell down, and cut him.
Oh, the guillotine of the penis.
Hey, man, yeah.
Boy, how bad did it cut him? Like, are we talking blood everywhere?
Oh, yeah. He came walking out of his bathroom, like, in his hands, blood everywhere. I just remember I was in pain for him. It was pretty bad.
Dude, toilet seats are dangerous, man. Well, even adults, if they're not screwed on all the way and they slip off to the right or left, where they, you know what I mean? They get off their
catch the boys in there.
Man, I mean, just reach and turn around for toilet paper.
Oh my God!
All of a sudden, the whole thing just shifted off and like clunked to the side. I'm like, oh God!
Yeah, you try to tell the kids, man. But go ahead.
He did go to the hospital. He did go to the hospital.
Okay, all right, one for the hospital. Normally, but this is the thing. When it's not up to you, most parents will take their kids to the hospital because more so than anything, they wouldn't take themselves there, but they love their kids enough to know that, look.
It has nothing to do with that. Yeah. Listen, I try to avoid going to the hospital. If I cut my penis, I'm going to the hospital. Mm-hmm. If it happens to my son, look, bro, and if for no other reason, even if I think it's going to be some small thing he'll get over, I would take him to the hospital just to impress upon him the importance that, like, look, you fell off your bike and hurt your elbows. I did not even get you peroxide. You hurt your penis. I'm taking you to the hospital. I want this to be ingrained in your head, boy. This is what you do. That's my stance.
Yeah,
I mean, goddamn, for no other reason. I just want my kid to know, you think there's something wrong with your penis, go see a paid medical practitioner.
This is for real. A rare sexually transmitted disease that causes flesh-eating ulcers on patients and their genitalia has popped up in England. An unnamed female patient who lives in Southport and is between the ages of 15 and 25 was diagnosed with donovanosis within the last 12 months. Donovanosis is spread through sexual intercourse.
I thought it was a football player. My name is Donovanosis Johnson.
Infected patient. You get it by coming into contact with a patient who is infected and has an ulcer. It has typically been seen in India, New Guinea, parts of the Caribbean, Central Australia, and
other places they don't mind seeing an open ulcer.
Southern
and the
Africa.
genitalia of someone they're about to have sex with. I get it. You are hot. You are heavy. You are ready for this moment. But you say, hey, man, let me ask you about this open ulcer you have on your genitalia. It's troubling me.
CDC says the painless disease causes progressive ulcerative lesions of the genitals and the perineum.
So it doesn't hurt.
See that word again?
It doesn't hurt,
perineum.
But it's eating your
but you got
perineum.
Perineum. That's right, perineum.
Open sores.
The perineum is the zipper between the front and the back. If you don't know
but
what
only
that
for
is.
guys, right?
I don't know. Robin, we hate to ask you this question.
But you are here. Do you have
when I'm in that area, my eyes are usually closed.
Do you have button fly or zippers?
You don't know?
I don't know.
Then I'm going to say no. Like if that thing's there,
you would know. You know you got one. You know you got one.
Ain't the time to ask that question.
It ain't. You're right. It ain't the time to ask.
It ain't the time.
What was your concern about what was going on downstairs? 844-999-OLA.
Hello, Carrie. Welcome to the... Wait, what you got there, Robin? Hang on, Carrie.
I had to Google it because I wasn't 100% sure if women even had that distinctive...
You have an area between, but I don't know if it
divides the right side and the left side of your body.
All I Googled was women perineum.
And it said...
Itchy perineum women's health. So I think we might just...
Ours doesn't get itchy.
Damn. That was my punk band.
The next one is swollen. And all this just generated on its own. So I feel like we probably do have some generation of that.
Good Google search.
Yeah.
It's the part that the bike seat hurts.
Itchy perineum's up next. Be sure to tip your bartenders and your waitresses. We'll see you next time, Hartford. Itchy perineum.
Hello, Carrie. Welcome to the men's room.
Hola. And just for reference, yes, women do have a perineal area.
Okay.
Well, we just found out.
Some are itchy.
Yeah.
And that's the top search.
What do you recommend?
Some are swollen.
I recommend Gold Bond medicated powder.
Is your perineum itchy?
Mary Blackstone, no southern.
My perineum itches. It's time for us to just talk about it out loud.
Then she tried Gold Bond.
Sometimes my perineum itches. I have to excuse myself and go to the bathroom and just scratch it like God's angels.
Doctors recommend Gold Bond for an itchy perineum.
So my story starts when I was about 13 years old. I was doing BMX racing. And on my bike, I had a gooseneck, which is kind of a square block, sharp edges that holds the handlebars on together. I happened to be going over some whoops, and my handlebars snapped.
You have to clarify that for the people not in the know. Those are in fact whoop-de-doos. When you say whoops, most people don't know that they're whoop-de-doos.
Yeah, they're just bumps that you go over, a series of like speed bumps basically on a dirt track.
Sure.
So as I'm going down one, my handlebars snap and shear off, and I go straight across the gooseneck, splitting myself from tip all the way around.
So when you say gooseneck, you mean both the handlebars and your penis at that point.
Yeah. Ended up going to the hospital, and I still have the scars from it. I don't know if you know what a Jacob's ladder is.
Yeah.
But I have scars that look like I actually have a Jacob's ladder, going from the back all the way up to the tip.
Huh. And were you circumcised as a baby?
No, yeah, I was.
Okay, because I would think it could have been much worse if you would have been...
Not really. The doctor kind of shove everything back in when he went to staple it closed.
Oh, okay. All right. That's what I would do.
That is no good.
I did go to the doctors, though.
I bet you did.
Oh, you went to the doctor.
I hope so.
I hope so. That's what I appreciate.
We're learning a lot about that today.
By the way, comment. We were talking about the flesh-eating disease.
Yes.
It says, F you guys, I'm about to quit having sex after hearing about that flesh-eating S. Listen, one of the things is you don't have to stop having sex. Stop having sex with people that have open ulcers on their genitalia.
It's literally, will cause the flesh around the genitals to literally rot away.
So if you see someone that has open ulcers on their genitalia and that doesn't bother you, at that point, that's not enough.
If you're with someone who has a bleeding ulcer, don't do that. But, that's what...
Do you kiss the mouth with someone with bloody gums?
But sometimes you can.
Like, come here, I saw your gums are bleeding. I wanted to kiss you all night.
Well,
no.
What was your concern about what was going on downstairs? 844-999-OLA.
Now we're together forever.
Hello, Brian. Welcome to the men's room.
Liquor and whores.
Liquor and whores.
How you guys doing?
Doing great, man. How are you?
Not too shabby. Just waiting for this traffic to clear up.
Okay.
Hearing about penises. It's a good day.
Oh, I know, right?
Sit in traffic, talking penis.
Listening to penis talk.
Dreams come true, brother.
Some people like sports radio, not me.
So I have actually never told anyone this. Like, I've kept this, it's been to my, not to my grave, but I've had this as a secret since I was 12 years old.
Okay, wait a minute.
You're a world premiere. You sure you want to do this now, right here?
You sure?
Oh, man, it's totally fine.
Okay, all right.
Go ahead. Years ago. I was 12 years old. I was exploring myself, figuring out the human body, and I had used dish soap and water as lubricant. Well,
why don't they use that in the Dawn commercial? Why do they keep showing that little duckling? Little Timmy here at 12 years old. Dawn, it keeps your hands soft.
Well, anyways, it didn't sting or anything like that. What it did was it just discolored, and it made the skin just look brownish. And
nothing wrong with that, player. I see it So what do you think it would do to my penis? I mean, my penis is already brown, so I'm a black dude. So if I'm a Dawn,
depends on the color of the Dawn.
Turns white.
Well, it would just take half of it and just go straight to shedding, because that's what it was doing. It discolored, and then it just started shedding like a snake skin.
Did you
literal snake skin?
So you
a whole snake skin?
So you don't know anybody? Do you talk to your mom? Do you say or dad? Go to your dad. Nothing.
I did not tell a single soul. It took 2 weeks of just picking.
So it's like Elmer glue in your hand when you're a kid in elementary, just peeling it off. Yeah.
So you're like the first person to have dandruff in their own pubic hair. I mean, like that's something.
Without having that yet, because you're only 10.
Well, there wasn't any dandruff or anything like that, and I'm pretty sure I didn't even have hair.
But you stopped doing this after that. You cut that. That was.
Oh yeah, that was the first time. First time lesson learned.
All right. Okay.
How long did it take you to? So how long had you been using dish soap before the discoloration and the shedding skin started?
That was literally the first time.
Oh, look, man, I tried Vicks Vapo Rub at one point in time because to me it looked just like Vaseline, so what's the difference?
But your penis could breathe easy.
I found out that there's a major difference.
Never got congested
really
again.
Had no idea. Man, boy, oh boy, my sinuses cleared right up.
Why does everyone need so much stuff?
I don't know.
Still to come.
You don't put a hand puppet on me.
I don't know.
I'm fine.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter. It's like Kermit the Frog. I mean, it doesn't matter.
You couldn't put it on Kermit the Frog.
Yes, I could.
No, you could not. You could now put a Kermit the Frog hand puppet on your hand and do that to him
in a minute.
No way.
Oh yeah,
you would. How about Ernie or Bert?
Game on.
No way.
Sure.
Really?
Anyway,
I couldn't do that.
Give it a try.
No way.
It might feel nice.
Put a Kermit the Frog hand puppet and go, just no way. No way.
It's not easy being horny, dude.
That would not do anything for me.
Oh, you haven't lived. I'm going green.
I'd be a hell of a social experiment.
My one thing.
Maybe the count. 6 throws.
Why the count?
Because I could.
Why? I couldn't do that. Oh, maybe the count.
I don't know. Oh, yeah. All right. Ryan Castle's coming in. Rock's the most repetitive songs of all time. We got your emails on the way next to the Men's Room at mensroomlive.com. You are listening to the Men's Room Radio Network.
Hola, bitches. You're listening to the Men's Room.
Our question, what was your concern about what was going on downstairs? Here come those emails from the Men's Room at mensroomlive.com.
You've got mail. You've got mail.
I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll only read a few from today. All right. Had a buddy in the Army that got circumcised at the age of 23. He showed it to us, and all I can say is what a horrible decision. If you're an adult, just leave it be, or you'll have a cut-up unit. Years ago, guys stationed on the USS Nimitz while out deployed at sea saw other countries before finally arriving in the Persian Gulf. Well, during the travel, we stopped in the Philippines, Korea, Singapore, a few other countries. Every time we left a port stop, the clap line for STDs got longer and longer. Once I got in line for morning chow. Being young and it being my first deployment, I did not know you had to ask if this was the chow line. The line was about 100 people deep. You can only imagine the screams at the head the night before. The thing I never understood was rain gear was provided and it was free. Never had an STD and never had my, punch there. But my buddy Dan was a frequent flyer in line, man. He just knew when Dan got the clap the night before, it was painful watching him pee and also comical. This was a learning experience for me, but not so much for hundreds of thousands of servicemen before and after me.
I mean, everybody can get a hold of condoms wherever they are.
Right.
You would hope.
Yeah, guys, universally agreed upon you don't want an STD.
I was home for the summer from college. My high school boyfriend and I still together at that point. I think we're dating for about 4 years, and we had been drinking, and we're going at it, and I'm on the top there. Mind you, we were like a married couple in high school. We'd already done some freaky, weird things. Needless to say, we were having a really, really good time, and all of a sudden, man, things got soaking. And even though we had done this before, this was the first time he had ever been able to hook me up with that, and it had never happened to me before. I thought I peed all over him. but it didn't smell like pee, so we were confused. Then he gave me a high five because he had realized what had happened. We then drove to Denny's and had the best food of our lives. Thanks. Cheers, guys. That from longtime listener Dan. Isn't that sweet?
Awesome.
What a sweet story. Isn't that what's when you tell you tell your grandkids. Do we have any comments there?
We do, but the ones I'm going to leave you with are this. So we had a guy that called in and said that he, in his younger days, used Dawn dish detergent to masturbate. As a result of that, his penis actually discolored, and then he ended up, as he says, shedding skin like a snake. And I thought, well, that's ridiculous. And then an ton of comments came in. Apparently, he is not even remotely alone. A lot of people out there, and by the way, if you work for Dawn dish soap, just know you are the primary choice among young men to masturbate with.
Huh.
And a ton of people did the same thing with Dawn, and all of them confirmed what he said. It does, in fact, discolor your penis.
Well, what about...
Because you have a greasy penis. It lifts the grease off.
What if you put it just on your arm? I mean, your skin is going to do the same thing anywhere.
Why wash my hands with Dawn all the time?
Yeah, and you don't, like, turn your hands... I mean, why wouldn't you? I guess basically, ultimately what's happening is you're not rinsing off afterward? You're just leaving it all bubbly?
I don't know, because you're right. If you wash your hands, you rinse them off. Yeah. I don't know, do you rinse your... See, again, I don't use all this stuff. A construction worker wrote in as well and said, I can tell you work in radio. I work in construction, man. If you don't use some kind of lube on your hands, essentially you just rip your junk up.
Right.
Brother.
Oh, because of calluses.
Can you wear gloves at work?
People actually work.
Yeah.
Well, that's how now there's a gun oil lubricant called gun oil.
Yeah.
But it used to be just because people were using gun oil.
Oh, people actually use gun oil. So
yeah.
they said, look, we'll just name it gun oil. But but for the, you love guns, Paul
it
Stanley.
looks like a bullet.
I know some of you out here snuck in the back, though.
I will say, in those people's defense, again, once I put mine in silly putty.
Yeah, but how did it
there's
feel?
No friction there.
It didn't feel good at all. And then I had to cut it out of the hair. It was awful. I didn't know, man. I just wanted to put it somewhere.
This was only 2 years ago.
We have time for a few extra emails here for the Men's Room at mensroomlive.com. Hello, guys. It's my 31st birthday. 19 minutes after mine is my twin sister's birthday, too. Her name is Nan. Can you wish her a happy birthday? Maybe the Dirty Germans could talk about some Minecraft. It would help me out if you guys just give me a big old bong rip. Thanks, guys. That from Kelly, who says, I listen to you guys every day that I'm working. Thank goodness for the podcast. Killing pests is a lonely business.
Yeah, it's good in Minecraft. You say you are twins. I would like to see the twins.
Yeah, maybe I'm interested in your sister Nan, but hopefully it won't be too yeasty that night.
Yeah.
It's a type of bread, man.
Oh.
Yeah. It's not a German thing. It's a Middle Eastern bread.
Yeah.
I like mine with garlic.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
Garlic on?
Yeah, I have the girl for you.
It's a good choice.
Yeah, keeps away those pesky vampires.
Yeah, you can't use the count
Bitches, today's my buddy Seth, 38, your brother, the son. Can I get a big old Leroy Jenkins and the dirtiest of Germans talking about his love of riding motorcycles? Thanks, guys, and stay beautiful. Back from Jeff.
Yeah, oddly enough, the nickname for my penis is the motorcycle. We will get along well.
Yeah, sounds like he's ready to be pumped full of 50 cc's. That's how big my bike is.
Yeah.
That's the smallest bike they make.
That's correct. It's been in the garage for a while, too. Nobody seems to be riding it.
Your scooter.
Yeah, both of them.
Bitches, my name is Natasha. It's my 39th. I would love the birthday song. It's some dirty German talk from Ted and Steve. Thank you. You guys are fantastic.
Yeah, for your birthday, I want you to do a handstand, and then I'll turn you into the human tuba.
Yeah, maybe after that we have dinner, and then we will all have fish fingers.
Hello, Macholas. I want to wish my wife, Melissa, happy birthday. She's been a long-time fan of you guys. All she wants is Ted to say onion booty. Thanks, guys. That from Ryan.
Hey, girl, that's the onion booty.
Hello, guys. Today's my friend's mom's birthday, so I figured I'd introduce her to the Dirty Germans. And guess what, guys? She is turning 69. Her name is Rita. Thanks, that from James.
Yeah, for your birthday, we will take off our clothes and recreate the number, and I'll let you blow into my candle.
Yeah, so at least this time you have a reason to yell 69.
Yeah, I picture laying on my back looking up and seeing the Predator.
Yes, we're both covered in mud since you can't see us.
Yeah. Keeps my...
Just some mud.
All right, guys, here we go. Happy, happy, happy birthday. Happy, happy, happy birthday. Happy, happy, happy birthday to you, to you, to you, bitches.
Ya's a Dirty German is brought to you by Men's Room Original Sausage. Available through Uli's World Famous Sausage, mensroomlive.com, and other fine retailers. Schweinefleisch.
Oh, speaking of sausage, a couple extra emails here, guys. I currently live in Nome, Alaska. And I just tried your sausage. It was quite a special experience, sliding your meat past my lips, slightly salty with a slight wetness that slid down my throat. It was wonderful wrapping both hands around the meaty girth. I gagged a little, trying to get it all in my mouth. Tears of joy streamed down my cheeks, and the extra pop of juice that spurted onto my face, so rewarding. Seriously, though, guys, a buddy told me about the German guys, the sausage, a few years ago. They met on a ferry, and I am happy I finally got to try this stuff. Thanks. I just hope that one day I can get some in bulk. That from Eric. Up in Nome, Alaska. Subject is Rainier Frog. Rainier Frog from our Alice in Chains interview. Rainier Frog. Actually, the new name of their album is Rainier Fog.
And someone screwed it up, said Rainier Frog. I'm out. You just ran with it.
Yeah, I said, the new movie, Rainier Frog. Says, guys, I have a Sirius radio in the car, and they had their interview with Alice in Chains after you guys last week. I just want to let you know that Rainier Frog made it on there. And at one point, they made comments about how this interviewer is asking so many questions. What was that? I'm guessing that was a shout out to you guys. That from the third shift housekeeper. And one more, because this was an epic story from the last time we were on. It wasn't really a story. It was a theory of one of the horrible things that might happen at a Chuck E. Cheese would be a turd in the ball pit.
Right. You got to find it.
You don't know that's in there. And now you got to find it. I mean, who puts a turd in a ball pit? Says, gentlemen, when I was about 6,
if somebody was in the bathroom, like, I'm taking it to the ball pit.
I was about 6, and my mom took us to the McDonald's at Fox Chase, Philadelphia. It was awesome. Nuggets, Happy Meal, and the ball pit. Well, I scarfed down my meal just to get to the ball pit, and I belly flopped in and was living life. Some of the balls had a substance on it, but I didn't care, dude. It's a ball pit. I ran back to the table to get a drink, and my mom asked why I smelled terrible. She politely asked us if I'd S myself. Then she asked me how I got mud on me. Well, it was poop, and not mine. So back, guys, in 1996, someone pulled the turd in the ball pit. I believe it was I was their first and only victim. Later, bitches, that from Philly Jim.
Damn.
Philly Jim.
Somebody has to poop in the ball pit.
Yeah.
That's so wrong.
No.
That seems about right for Philly.
No, I mean, come on. It's the ball pit.
I'm just saying, if anywhere it's going to happen.
Wow.
Hey, I left your gift in the ball pit.
Hey, when I was 12, I took a turd and I put it in the ball pit.
Hey, you know what? Why not? Why the hell not?
Go Eagles.
I pooped in my slacks. I pulled it out. I threw it in the ball pit.
I had a whole package of pork roll for breakfast.
Sailor ham coming out one end, coming in one, going out the other.
They thought it was Scrapple.
All right, let's see here. We've got the shout of the day coming up. We'll drink and toast, but first, the drunken charges in the house. Once again, it is time to sit and spin.
Yes, friends, it's time once again for Sit and Spin. Let's gather around the old radio and listen to some swellerific new music.
This might be worse than a turd in a ball pit.
Yeah, look, the catchiest songs, the ones that get stuck in your head, are usually the most repetitive ones, or it's the most repetitive part of a song, right? Mm-hmm. So think of Pharrell's Happy. That song basically has about 12 words in 2 parts, and it just repeats, right?
It does. And I still don't even know all the words. That's what's amazing. My kids sing this goddamn song 400 times a day, every day, whenever movie can. I don't remember what it was, but they sing it all the time. And it's repetitive, and I'm like, I still don't know all the words to the song.
So these songs are not necessarily... parts of a song can be repetitive. Like, you can have an entire song that's 3 chords that repeat all the way through, right?
AC/DC's made a career, right?
Exactly, totally. And this is not what this is. This is like that part of a song that they just repeat over and over and over that gets drilled into your head. You're going to have all 10 of these songs stuck in your head by the time Sit and Spin is. If you've ever had 10 songs stuck in your head before, you haven't. Your head is going to explode.
Thanks.
So these are rock's most repetitive songs of all time.
Number 10. I was born in a small town. And I live in a small town. I live in a small town. I died in a small town. Oh, small community.
So the repetitive part of this song, anyone want to take a stab at?
Town, everything's
small town. Stuff happens
all
in a small town.
Small town. I eat in a small town. I drink in a small town.
You can say anything.
I sleep in the same town. My parents live in a small town.
I killed a dog in a small town.
Scrapple.
A poop scrapple in the ball pit in a small town.
Yeah, that is really.
Hey!
Johnny the Cougar.
Yeah, in case you didn't know, that's John Mellencamp, Small Town, 1985.
Oh, wait,
he was Cougar.
He was John Cougar.
Was he John Cougar?
Was he Mellencamp then?
No, I think that early he was John Cougar.
He was Johnny Cougar.
Was he Johnny Cougar?
He was Johnny Cougar on the first album. Then he was John Cougar Mellencamp. Then he was just John Mellencamp. I think this may have been Cougar Mellencamp era. Right. John Mellencamp.
I just want to say for the record, me and my cousins loved this song when we were kids, and we grew up in an area of about 6 million people.
Right. I was going to say,
it sounds cool.
Right. PG County, you're like, grew up in a small town.
These are rock's most repetitive songs on Sit and Spin.
Number 9.
Of course, this is Devo covering the Stones. I Can't Get No Satisfaction. There's a part in the song where it's baby repeatedly. Baby, 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 baby.
What about Girl You
baby,
Want
baby,
or Working in a Coal Mine? All these songs do the same thing.
But that's Devo's thing, man.
Right,
I know. Well, that's what I was explaining to Mike earlier. We were talking about this. If you like Devo, you like this.
Do you like Devo?
If you don't like Devo, you don't like this.
I love this.
I've never been a Devo fan.
I love Devo.
I don't dislike Devo. I could give it.
Yeah, there's 50% crap on those albums, and there's 50% like, oh my God, this is brilliant. These are rock's most repetitive songs of all times on Sit and Spin.
Number 8. Getting closer to.
Thanks for getting this stuck in my head.
So as you know,
Is this Grand Funk Railroad?
I'm your captain, closer to home from Grand Funk Railroad. The end of the song, he says, "I'm getting closer to my home" for like. What seems like an eternity.
This song is 10 minutes long, too.
Right.
So not only does he keep singing.
No, it's not 10 minutes long. It's 6 minutes long. And then it's 4 minutes
of him just singing.
Getting closer.
But he's not getting closer, obviously. Isn't there some irony
what the article
His girl
says.
must love him.
That's what the article says.
We're getting closer now.
He says it for so long, you doubt the truthfulness of his statement.
But if you want to creep people out, sing this in the stall of a public restroom. I'm getting closer.
These are rock's most repetitive songs of all times on Sit and Spin.
7 numbers.
Songs of all times on Sit and Spin.
Number 6.
This is like a 6-minute song. It's actually a 3-minute song.
Hey,
This was one of those.
The big build at the end of the song is what makes the song.
And then eventually it doesn't even end. It just fades. Then it just fades.
Like we were saying earlier.
No band does a fade.
So this was a time when you actually. So they couldn't like just throw this in Pro Tools and loop it. Like they sat in the studio probably for 10 minutes going nah.
Basically, they had X amount of time because it was the last song on the album to fill out that side of the album. So they just kept playing this over and over again because they're like, well, we got 3 more minutes left.
Right.
But that's how the Beatles could roll. Like, we're not running another effing song for you. All we do is, you know what? Nah.
Would you like to scat over the end of it?
Yes.
Where do we go now?
No, Paul, we meant scat with your mouth.
Rockstar.
In the ball pit.
Most repetitive songs of all time.
Number 5. Now it's your turn, girl, to cry.
See, again, with the irritating sound.
So one of the greatest bands from the 1970s and 80s took a a page right out of the Beatles book because this does the same thing as Hey Jude.
But why does it have to be
on and on and on?
Does it have to be na-na? Could you do la 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 la, or is that too?
No, it's not.
It's overdone.
Clearly, no.
La la would be overdone.
Yeah,
this is more
sure.
of a
na.
Yeah. Because
But I feel like la la takes you from one verse to another, but na is
la la is a fade. Na ends on a cold fade.
I think what you're failing to realize is what Innovator's journey was.
Yeah, but they copied Hey Jude. We're hearing this.
Steve Perry's back, by the way. These are the Rock's most repetitive songs of all times on Sit and Spin.
Number 4. What I got, you gotta give it to your mama.
Had to be on the way.
So, of course, the part of the Red Hot Chili Peppers Give It Away would be Give It Away, Give It Away, Give It Away, Give It Away now.
Very poetic song.
Give it away,
Give it away.
give it away, give it away, give it away now.
And when I got to get it, put it in you.
Drinking my juice, Young Love.
I put that on my Tinder profile. What I got, you got to get it, put it in you. Give it to your mama.
Rock's most repetitive songs on Sit and Spin.
Number 3.
Times. Yeah, so that's Rod Stewart's Every Picture Tells a Story. And in case you didn't notice, it's the part where he says, every picture tells a story.
Don't it?
Yeah. Was there a bad picture of him out there?
Rod Stewart's singing voice, it always sounds like he's sitting on his own testicles.
I don't know that there's ever been a bad picture of Rod Stewart ever taken.
Solid point. Yeah, he's a footy man, you know. He's out there.
Number 2.
Now, I don't know if this would have been number 2 on my list. But yeah, Foo Fighters, Best of You. Perhaps Dave Grohl was in a lyrical slump when he wrote this one.
Or maybe the person he was talking to, you couldn't hear him.
Maybe he's just pissed.
Yeah, I think that's probably what it is.
Yeah, right.
He doesn't sound happy.
You got the best of me. I'm out.
He strikes me as an angry dude, too, Ted. That's a good point.
Rock's most repetitive songs of all times. We've made it to number 1.
Number 1.
Oh, boy. The motorboat.
First of all, I never knew the name of this song.
You didn't know this was Surfing Bird?
I didn't know it was called the Serving Bird. And I didn't know the name of the band was the Trashmen. The Trashmen.
Yeah! The bird is the word.
Crack us up, Rob. We're going to get this stuck in people's head for a later. I know. Thank you, Ryan Castle. Brilliant there. Rock's most repetitive songs of all times on Sin Spin. Still a couple drinking toast with the shot of the day. The return of Ask the Men's Room is coming up next. You are listening to the Men's Room Radio Network.
Welcome back to the Men's Room with Miles and Thrill.
Another round of profile is coming up with drinking toast with the shot of the day. But first,
it's been said that there are no stupid questions. We disagree. Because you keep asking them. Will I ever find love? Why is the sky blue? Is that rash an STD? Is the world round? Is my mom a whore? Questions that need answers. And yes, we can help. This is Ask the Men's Room.
If you have a question for Ask the Men's Room, just shoot us an email to themensroom@mensroomlive.com and make the subject Ask the Men's Room, and away we go. Let's start with this one. This is a question for our own Mike Hawk. Mike Hawk, you got a question on Ask the Men's Room. Well, I'll be darned. Feel free to answer this as you please.
Okay.
Hola, bitches. I may have just been too high, but is Mike a Freemason? Miles keeps making jokes about it, and now I need to know. I know they keep things low-key, so if he is, just say no.
Mike, got me in a bit of a box here. I'm going to refrain from answering that question. I'm not going to give it a yes or a no.
All right. Okay. We'll move on.
That should ease your mind.
Hola, bicholas. At the end of the Men's Room Radio Show.
They don't like spice?
At the end of the Men's Room Radio Show, always hear the show is recorded in front of a live studio audience. That is radical. How can I be a part of the studio audience? I swear I've searched high and low on the site, and there's nothing cooler than seeing my favorite radio show live. Thanks, guys. That from Veronica. Veronica, a couple things. We'll be doing a live day coming up. I know for a fact you'll be able to see us do our show live. That's
different. That we do in a location.
But understand this, Veronica, many, many years ago, we had what we only can refer to now from legalese is the incident. And when this happened, boy, oh boy, did we get in trouble. I don't even think they suspended us, but they thought about it for a minute. But either way, we are not allowed to have guests in the studio anymore. We're not allowed to talk about the incident, what happened, but lo and behold, and it is sad for us because you have no idea, Veronica, how much we would love for you to join us in the studio and be a part of this, but unfortunately, because of our own fault, because of our own stupidity, because of our own ignorance, we blew that opportunity for all of you, and we apologize. It's, you know what, and I'll take the heat for that. I'll take the majority.
I know you're saying a lot of we's today.
I know.
I know. Okay.
Now the incident's a we thing.
All right, I'll take most of the heat for this.
As time goes by, we seem to be all more involved.
Yeah.
Miles.
All right. Either way, if you have a question for Ask the Men's Room, just shoot us an email to the men's room at mensroomlive.com. Make the subject Ask the Men's Room and ask away. All right, Wobbin, we made it to drinking time.
Somebody out there deserves to be recognized. And the Men's Room knows just who it is. So to you, we say, bottoms up, sailor. You're the toast of our shot of the day.
Drink time it is, and as usual, we head to the drink desk and Steve Throwhill to find out who we're toasting.
Yes, and today we toast an unnamed supermarket in Kuwait. Now, like many companies, let's just say they exercise a bit of creative license with their advertising. And think of like the Chinese zoo that shaved a dog to look like a lion, and it worked up until the dog barked. Or the other Chinese zoo that spray painted a donkey to look like a zebra. These are all true stories, by the way. But in this case, the Kuwaiti grocery store, they made their selection of fish look a little fresher in their seafood display, all right? So you're walking around, there's the shrimp, there's the crabs, and like anywhere, if you go to like an open-air market, there's a big thing of ice, and you have all the fresh fish of the day laid out. And what they did to make their fish look a little fresher is they took those plastic googly eyes that you buy for children that you'd put on, and they put that on the fish's eyeballs. And much like the dog barking at the Chinese zoo, everything was going well until one of the googly eyes fell off of one of the fish. And now you had that yellow and red dead eyeball looking up. So some people took some pictures of it, posted to Twitter. Believe it or not, as people have seen this, the reaction's been split 50-50. 50% of the people say, look, man, they're running a scam. The other 50%, they salute their creativity. But yes, indeed, if you want to make your fish look fresher, just take those plastic googly eyes, put them on there. So we pour this booze and we drink this booze because we think it's yummy.
Yummy!
So over and down the throat to party in our tummies. Down the hola, bichola!
Let's get a contestant on the line for Profile. This will take caller 9 right now, 844-999-OLA.
Hola! The shenanigans continue on the Men's Room Radio